right, good morning guys. It is 7 a.m. on a Friday. Just got fueled up with some breakfast, now get some caffeine into the system. Figured I'd come up to the rooftop, do a little coffee talk, and kind of walk you through what's going on today. I was gonna set off nice and early this morning, but it's fall here in Colorado now, so had to give old Mother Nature a little bit of time to warm up because it was very chilly this morning. But today we're gonna ride 50 miles and climb a mountain, all for a croissant at the top. I need to go get kitted up. I need to get my routes all loaded in the computer. I need to get some bottles made, and I need to slam some more caffeine, and then we're off. So let's get after it. Not gonna lie to you guys, the first 5 or 6 miles of this specific route are pretty boring. Pretty busy city streets. It's a lot of lights, it's a lot of cars. So probably won't film too much in the city just because it's so chaotic. So together today we're doing 50 miles, 3,500 feet. And yeah, it's gonna be my biggest solo day ever, so I'm stoked to bring you along. Alright, we're pushing into Golden right now. This is one of my favorite parts of the ride. It's so pretty. It's golf courses, South Tabletop Mountain. So we just made it into Golden, and we're going to the top of that guy, which is Lookout Mountain. We're going around back to do the climb, hitting the cafe at the top, and then descending the front here in Golden. It is a beautiful ride, and yeah, this wind is scaring me a little bit, but we're gonna go for it and see what happens. And this is Coors. This is Coors Brewery. It is a monstrosity. But if you ever wondered where your beer gets made, Golden, Colorado. That's where your banquet gets made, cowboy. All right, so if you're familiar with riding or traveling in the Denver area, these are the dyno lots, popped up from Golden, and I'm going all the way around this frontage road to the top of Lookout Mountain. So, got quite the hike ahead of me still. We got 5 miles to the next queue. Taking a quick breather, getting some fuel in me. Yeah, feeling really good so far. The wind is freaking me out a little bit, but we're gonna keep trekking and see how it goes. I am not gonna lie, I did not realize, whoops. When I made this route the other day on Strava, I did not realize that it went to Genesee, where you can see the divide on I-70. This is surprising. I'll throw an iPhone clip in here because I can zoom in a little bit better right now. Little descent, I just tossed this thing in my mouth.
Brown chocolat plus a double espresso with vanilla. Thank you so much.
We made it. The feeling, the taste of victory. Now we enjoy a croissant, an espresso. We're in a nice long descent. French bakery at the top of Lookout Mountain, which I obviously needed, absolutely needed. It's kind of like a mission, you know, you get to the top and you got a nice little treat at the top to refuel you for your ride home. So we're gonna toss the mouth mount in, and we're gonna descend down the front of Lookout Mountain, which is absolutely beautiful. So let's just keep moving. We haven't completed the whole ride yet, but we completed the hard part. And we just rode down that. I don't know where on the screen this is. That was amazing. That felt so good. We did it. What? Another rooftop coffee hang. So it's the morning after I've done my longest solo ride ever, and we climbed a mountain, we rode 50 miles, we did 3,500 vertical feet, and yeah, we did it all for a croissant, as you just saw. But I want to talk about the stuff that I maybe learned on this ride, or just my biggest takeaway from this ride, which for me was not what I expected. If you've been watching the channel for a little bit, or have been following this cycling journey of mine, you know that before I head off on rides, I typically try to fuel up. I try to get some kind of meal in me, or ride right after breakfast or right after lunch. That way I don't really have to think as much about fuel. And when I'm riding for 2 hours or less, which seems to be the sweet spot for me, it seems like breakfast or lunch is the perfect amount of fuel or food before a ride. I'll always bring a snack with me. I definitely always bring hydration, obviously, but this ride made me realize that, yeah, I just need to be better about fueling during the ride, whether that's stopping and having a bar, maybe stopping and having another snack, or multiple snacks, or just a bigger meal somewhere in the middle of the ride. I think that's the biggest takeaway for this thing. And when I got to the top and started to enjoy that little croissant, I noticed when I got back on the bike, I started to get a little bit of a headache. So obviously dehydration, or just not enough fuel. It seemed like my hydration was on point and was okay. So I'm not exactly sure if that was it, or if it was the fueling, but obviously they're all kind of working together. I had an absolute blast on this ride. Obviously it was solo, and sometimes rides like that, you know, would be a little bit more exciting with a crew or with some homies, but
that was awesome.
It was something I really wanted to do, and something I kind of challenged myself to doing. So I had to get out there. I had to knock it out, and I was a little bit nervous when I got into Golden, and the wind was a little gnarlier than I thought it was going to be. I wasn't sure if once I wrapped around Lookout Mountain and I got on that little stretch of I-70, if the wind would just be like tunneling through that area and it would be brutal, but it cleared up beautifully, and yeah, we were able to knock it out. I'm really thankful that I did it. I'm a little bit proud of myself for building the route and just committing and actually getting it done. There's something so exciting about this style of bike riding and accomplishing these things physically, and knowing that you're building endurance, just seeing that you're building endurance, looking down at my computer, seeing my average speed go up, seeing my climbs go up, seeing my rides go up, you know, my mileage and all that stuff. I'm getting more used to this bike, and I'm getting more, I'm just getting better and more efficient on it. So yeah, it feels really good. I know personally, and with some buddies even, we've been planning some longer rides, and specifically my buddy Mike over at the Joy of Bike channel and I have been talking about doing a really long ride, and maybe even my first 100-miler. We'll see. I don't know if that's gonna happen anytime soon. It kind of seems like the style of riding that he does, which is, you know, stop for lunch, stop when you need fuel, and so on. Maybe do a coffee shop hang. And that kind of seems like, of course, more my vibe right now while I'm trying to gain momentum, I'm trying to build endurance, and I'm just trying to figure out this whole fueling thing. So I'll definitely be vlogging that. I'll definitely be recording that. I don't know if Mike has any plans to do anything on his channel with a ride like that, but I'll definitely be recording that. I'll be vlogging it, doing whatever I can. I'm really stoked to bring you guys along for the rides. I'm really stoked to bring you guys along for the channel. It's been really fun trying to grow this thing and build this channel up, and yeah, little by little we're chipping away, but I'm really stoked to do it. And I've even been thinking about ways that I can do some cool local rides in Denver now that I'm out here, or something like that. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. As always, be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe, and do all the normal YouTube stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks again. Peace.